80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. Welcome to Living Your Life Well Planned, the 80-20-365 success system with its inventor and my friend Adam Vincent Gilmer. My name's Gene Velitis, and I'm your host today. Well, welcome back. And as we always say, make sure you have your daily planner in front of you and follow along with today's podcast and today's lesson. Now, if you don't have your daily planner, it's easy to get, and it's something you really need to take full advantage of this free, notice those words, free course. Simply go to Adam's website. You may be there right now watching the video version of this, or even if you're on Spotify or Apple iTunes, go to 80-20-365.com. Just follow the instructions at the top of the screen on the navigation board, and you'll be able to order your daily planner. It's gonna take up 12 full months of your life. And we're recording this in January 2021. But even if you're listening to this in, say, August or September of whatever year it is, you can start today. That's okay. It doesn't have to be on January 1st. So order yours today. Now, along with Adam Vincent Gilmer on this episode, if you're following along, we have our guests and friends from a previous episode. We have Jeffrey Gall and Sherry Sherman with us. And Adam, we're going to start off with you. And I just absolutely love what we've been doing in the previous episodes. We're really getting people set up to plan and get their new year going. And in episodes coming down the road, we're going to really get into the nuts and bolts of how to build a successful networking business. But you know what? You have to lay the foundation, and we're laying it down. So on episode 39 here, what we're talking about is the 5 people to surround yourself with this year. They are the inspired, the motivated, the grateful, the open-minded, and the passionate. Man, I tell you, you hit it out of the park with this list, Adam. So let's start off with the 5 people. Number 1, the inspired. Who are the inspired, Adam?
Well, we all have these incredible seeds of greatness inside of ourselves. And when that thought kind of surfaces up, where you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you start to take action and moving yourself in a direction. Inspired people say, hey, listen, I can make a difference. You can count on me. I'm going to be doing this, that, and the other. In fact, one of the people I look up to a lot because of my martial arts background is a gentleman named Bruce Lee. I never got to meet Bruce Lee, but I got to fight a couple people that were trained by Bruce Lee in my martial arts world. And Bruce Lee had some amazing things to say. And the reason why I'm saying that is he's no longer around. They said that he took some aspirin and he died and what have you. But at the end of the day, it looks like he ended up having an aneurysm, and that's what led to his death. Now there's, controversy about that and this other, but he inspired me to look at things differently and look at the words that I'm speaking into my life. And I'm actually going to quote him right now because I think it's important. Bruce Lee said this. He said, "Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference." I just want you to, that's making me vibrate right now, okay? And he says, words are energy and cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Wow. Okay, so
That's cool. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, of course I can. I'm reading it. So Bruce Lee said, your body doesn't know the difference on the words that you're speaking negatively or positively. Words are energy, and they cast spells. That's why they call it spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself, and you can change your life. What you're not changing, you're also choosing. So, at the end, what he was talking about, he had a great career, great life, great son. Unfortunately, tragically, his son was lost in a movie accident. But the point is, it says I'm freezing up, the internet's slow. But the point is that what words are you choosing to put into your life? What words are you choosing to read? What words are you choosing to write down as your goals and dreams, okay, inside the planning system? So people think that, oh my goodness, what you say haphazardly is that. No, it's not. What happens is that's why they call it TV programming. because when you watch a lot of the crap that's taking place on television, it's programming your mind. Let me ask you just a general question, right? And and I'll get off on being inspired. Do you think the government wants you to build the next billion-trillion-dollar company? Or do you think the government seriously wants to try and hold you down and keep you inside a box? Robert Kiyosaki talks about getting outside the box. He's got these 4 different quadrants that he says you look at being part of. Why is it that an employee and the majority of the United States, actually of the world, where they have a job, and job just stands for just over broke. Think about that spelling for 1 second, okay? Spelling, okay? Casting a spell over your life. The majority of people have a job. So why does he say you have to move from being a good employee, okay, to being maybe a small business owner? Different scenario when you're a small business owner. Now you have the ability to, profits, Jim Rohn said, are better than wages. Okay, once again, like that's another, spelling, right? Profits are better than wages. So therefore you might want to own your own business. Then there's big business, 500 plus employees or more. Okay, think about taking care of 500 plus people, or thousands of people, like some of these other big companies do. There's massive profits in that. Going public, making things happen. And then the other, the other part is being an investor. And investors make the most money. So put that in perspective. The things that you want to do is move your life from where you are into growing into what you're supposed to be. And we all know, the guests on the show know, that you have seeds of greatness inside of you. We just want to make those seeds of greatness. We want to give you enough water, plant you on the right soil, and give you enough sunlight so that you become. And that's the point of getting inspired, is becoming the person you're supposed to be.
I really like that Bruce Lee quote. And it reminds me of something that Adam and I have taught when we've been on the road. It's interesting. If your child came home from school and had an assignment where they had an A on it, automatically it goes up on the refrigerator. Now, if they came home with an F, you wouldn't put that up on the refrigerator. But why is it as adults, we like to post our Fs on the refrigerator? So you really have to watch your language. People walking around saying, I'm so stupid. No, don't say that. That's posting an F on the refrigerator of life. Well, let's move on to our guests. We're talking about the 5 people to surround yourself in this new upcoming year. Jeffrey Gall, I want to specifically ask you this one because I know you're going to have a great answer. The second kind of person to get involved with this year is the motivated.
Well, you need energy. We talk a lot about energy, our thoughts and things like that, but you need physical energy. You need to follow. And when you surround yourself with those kind of people, it's like, you want to walk in the morning or exercise, but you're laying in bed, you're toasty, you're warm, you're comfortable, and you're thinking, do I really, really want to do this? It's just like being in your business, your job, your career. You need that motivation, that self-motivation. Well, sometimes that's difficult, but when you're surrounded by people who are self-motivated, that motivation bleeds over to you or rolls over to you. That energy is shared amongst you. Remember, our brain, as I've said on previous podcasts, is the most powerful receiver and transmitter. By bringing the right people in our life, they are transmitting. They want success for you. They want to help you. They want to be there for you. You still have to do the work, but having those people in your life will get you to get yourself up out of bed, get your tennis shoes, running shoes, walking shoes, get dressed and get outside and move. Same thing with business. Hey, we've got a Zoom call going on. We have an event going on. We have some 3-ways going on. It's time to start calling people. It's motivating you to move forward. So those people in your life, most people in our life are demotivators, because the reality is change is uncomfortable. By the way, there's 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and change. And so you need to understand change is coming, change is necessary. And sometimes we need people to give us a hand up or share some of their energy with us to get us moving. And as we do that as a group, it always works much better. So definitely surrounding yourself with motivated individuals will help to get you in that same alignment, vibration, or energy, so you have what it takes to move forward and do what it takes to be successful.
I love it. Sherry Sharman, I want to specifically give this one to you. And if you're just joining us or if you've forgotten, we're talking about the 5 people to surround yourself with in the new year. You have been so unbelievably successful in your career. I think it has a lot to do with what I'm going to ask you about, and that certain kind of a person you should be surrounded by, and that is the grateful.
Perfect, because gratitude is one of my main values. And I believe that surrounding yourself with grateful people lifts you up. And that's something that at a time that's what's going on in the world right now, and so many people looking down instead of up. You know, I mean, I'm grateful for every breath that I take, you know, and I have to just go back just one step, because when Jeffrey was talking about motivated, I want to thank Adam Vincent Gilmer, because, you know, yesterday I had a good friend who passed, and young, cancer, and just really, really horrific. And I wasn't going to do this call. I thought it was a good excuse to, you know, be in that, you know, that just mourning. And I have to say, you know, my good friend Adam Vincent Gilmer wouldn't accept my no. He motivated me to get on this call, and I'm so grateful that he did. And so my gratitude is not just surrounding yourself with grateful people, but also feeling it within. And I do you know, I write out my things that I'm grateful for all the time. Whenever I'm starting to feel low, I have a gratitude list, and I bring it out, and you know, and it's just like, I'm so grateful for this podcast, and for my upline, Adam Vincent Gilmer, for, you know, encouraging me to be here. So yes, gratitude is in every cell of my being. It's in my DNA. I believe that as long as we are grateful, we can solve any problems.
You know, I just love your answer. And, you know, if you take a look back at what we've been going through, you know, with COVID, you know, again, it comes down to your language. So many people said, can't believe I'm stuck at home. I'm stuck at home. You know what? I'm grateful to have a home in which to be stuck, because there's a lot of people who would give up their left arm to simply have a place to live. So I loved your answer, Sherry. That was great. Listen, we're going to ask Adam about the 4th person, and then we'll quickly go around the horn with our 5th person. And Adam, I specifically saved this one for you because you know it best. The 4th person to surround yourself is the open-minded.
I love being open-minded. It's great. You know, we put our son AJ into a private school, right? I mean, it's one of the best here in Orange County. And, you know, you have to understand, AJ traveled around the world with us, myself and my wife, Jessica, as we built our business in many places. So he's been to many different countries. And so is Jessica. They're each on their 3rd passport. Our little girl Alexa's on her 1st. She hasn't traveled that much, and that's because the bigger brother AJ started school. Okay, now previously he didn't have any like formal education, what have you, and we had to have the open mind of saying, okay, yes, we can afford a private school. Our business has been massively successful. I've been planning, organizing, and living my life well planned for many, many years. And it took effort. It's not easy to do. The reason I bring that up, the report cards got sent to us, and it came to our home here in Southern California. And the reason I'm bringing that up is I actually have his report card here. Now, if I wasn't open-minded to say, let's get him the best education and this, other, because, you know, this is how we think. And just so you know, he didn't know what he was going to. They wear a uniform, they do this, that, and the other. It's very, very, I'm going to say regimented. It's tough, okay? There's pressure. And, you know, to give when you travel around the world and you got your kids and this and the other, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to hand my kid off to a school. which you don't, which has a great reputation, but you don't know if you can handle it. I had to be open-minded enough in order to make it work. Well, it just happens to be that I happen to have his report card here, right? And it's absolute. I mean, he's done phenomenal. It's hard work. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Listen, my son's 9, and probably the people listening to our podcast and listening to both Sherry and Jeff, maybe you're in your 20s, maybe you're in your 30s, 50s, 60s. I don't care what it is. The point is that if you don't have an open mind and you're completely closed on things, on new ideas, new things, a better way to do something, we can't help you. Okay. What we want you to do is have an open mind and understand that we're giving of our time so that you can understand that we want you to be a better and more rounded, probably be the person that you're intending to be. We want to encourage you to step up and step out of the box that you're in. And just like I would have done with just like we did with our son, when I say we, Jessica, myself, did with AJ, our son, Adam Jr., I wanted to do with you. Listen, I can tell you right now that if you reached out to myself, or you reached out to Jeffrey, or you reached out to Sherry or Eugene, we're going to point you in the right direction to make things happen. But if you don't have an open mind and it's closed, there's really nothing we can do. Okay, we're not the ones that are going to inspire you to say, oh, let's not go do nothing. We're going to be inspiring to say, let's go do something. Let's go make something happen. Let's get you involved in maybe a project that we're working on. And the opportunity for you to step up is on you. Because guess what? I can tell you right now, everybody here, even to the teams that are doing the recording in the background, with Derek and Charlie and the other teams that support us and what we're doing with accounting and everything else, we're here for you. The challenge is, are you here? Now, let me say this again. Are you here? Because if you're not here, that means that your mind's closed. And if you are, well, we can't wait to hear from you. Back to you, Gene.
I love it. It's important to keep an open mind. If you go parachuting, to have a little bit of fun, and you jump out of the airplane and you don't open up the parachute, you're going to crash and burn. So, having an open mind, it's like parachuting. Open it up. The ride's great. Well, listen, we're talking about the 5 people to surround yourself with in this new year. They are the inspired, the motivated, the grateful, the open-minded. Let's quickly go around the horn. Let's end on Jeffrey. We'll go to Sherry first. The final person is, oh, you're going to love this one. I know you're going to just, because I love your answers. We're talking about the passionate.
Ooh, see, passion is what motivates me. It's like I love working with people and bringing out their passion. If you take the word passion and you break it down, it's pass it on. And when you pass it on and you're able to share your enthusiasm, share your knowledge and really motivate people. And then that's one of the things when you were talking about people that inspire you, one of the people that inspired me, Gene, was Marie Montessori. And I was a Montessori teacher's assistant because I couldn't afford to go to school and become a teacher. But I literally started out scrubbing toilets to be able to work my way up to being able to be an assistant. And, that I was so passionate about kids and helping them. And the reason why Marie Montessori absolutely inspired me was her passion was that teachers you're not there to teach, you're there to guide. And you're there to show them how to do it versus tell them how to do it. And her passion got into me because I said the same thing. I created that same system in network marketing was I will show you how to do it. I'll lead you by example. And my passion, people feel that. And that is why I love this industry so much, because you can go out and inspire people, show them how to pass it on, and really build a life of residual income. And that is freedom to me.
Wow. I love it. Pass it on. Jeffrey Gall, we're going to give you the last word on podcast number 38, the 5 people to surround yourself with, the passionate. Jeffrey.
Yes, I learned this a long time ago. It's not necessarily what you say, but it's how you say it. People are lacking passion in their life. They all have jobs they hate. They're in relationships they're unhappy with. And to have someone new come in their life with a passion for life, a passion for success, a passion to make a difference in the world, that's so, it draws you in. And so, we talk about something called ignorance on fire. Ignorant just means you don't know what you don't know, but you're passionate. And sometimes in the social marketing, direct sales, network marketing industry, the most successful people out of the gate are the passionate ones. They're not sure what they're saying. They're just excited. The product motivates them. The business motivates them. The team motivates them. And that passion comes out, and it's just, people just want to be a part of it. So yeah, passion is really at the top of the list. And when you're surrounded with passionate people, it's real difficult to be down and depressed and unmotivated. So passion is really pretty high in that scale of the right people, the best people, and it's intoxicating. It really is. So
yeah, it is. Well, that's our episode number 39, according to Adam Vincent Gilmer. And it's, we've had just some great podcasts lately. The 5 people to surround yourself with this year: the inspired, the motivated, the grateful, the open-minded, and the passionate. And to get the most out of this course, get your daily planner. Everybody on this podcast has one, and we use it every single day. It's your GPS to life. Now, coming up on our next episode, this is going to be interesting. We've talked a lot about building business and working smart and what you need to do. In our next episode, episode 40 coming up, it's hustle versus being aligned. This is going to be a good one. Our special friends and guests are Jeffrey Gall, Sherry Sharman, and of course, the inventor of the 80/20 365 system, Adam Vincent Gilmer. Thanks for joining us today. This is Living Your Life Well Planned. I'm Gene Velitis. See you right around the corner on episode 40. 80/20 365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. 80/20 365, living your life well planned.